I mean, Obama comes and lectures about, Muslim minority in India, and I don't think we are being targeting them and stuff like that. But yeah, if you do, they do create a problem, then there are different laws which they have to be, taken care of. If we start, at a very strict level, I think around 140 to 150 million Muslims need to be deported to Bangladesh, which because of Mr. Modi we are not doing. And if we take the law strictly, then a lot of people will have their houses raised to dust, which we are not doing because of Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah, right? So once you speak about Muslim minority in India, you should know that because of Hindu tolerism is the main reason that Muslims have been able to live peacefully and are able to make their end meets in India. If you look at Bangladesh, there's still a begging bowl. And if you look at most of Europe, where you have no idea about what to do with Muslim migrants, because at the end of the day, they want to install uh, Sharia law in the whole of Europe. And, they have uh, the idea and concept of, fucking the white females because, uh, they need a good fuck and they're unclean, whereas they marry the females from their native Pakistan because they are clean females, and they will serve them. So this is their whole thinking about how Islam has to be uh, propagated in Europe and in India. And we cannot have money flowing in from Dubai and Gulf and stuff like that, and uh, you know ISIS and all these places, and telling Muslims to what to do and what not to do. They have to abide by the laws of Indian state. It's as simple as that. They have to abide by the common law. And if everyone is doing, they're no special to it. And in 80% of Hindus, they're not facing any forced conversions, or they're not facing any of the issues that would be deemed, as against human rights. And they have got a fairly good life, right? And nobody goes to them. I have myself employed Muslim people, so I don't ask them, what they're doing with the money, how many children they have, how many wives have they married and stuff like that, as long as they do the work properly and they are within the concept of good people. Okay. And it's not that I don't respect them. Some of them are really, really good people. Okay. And I don't need to name people. That's how it is. The problem lies with Americans, because Americans are not able to figure out what to do with Islam. And even in New York or Washington and stuff like that, the brotherhood that runs within the US and Canada and Europe. So if you are not concerned about the brotherhood, and you're not concerned about the after effects of 9/11, and you have gone and fought in Afghanistan and stuff like that, and you have you know got all the shit haven't got all your shit together, I mean, and lecturing India over minority Islam, it's very pathetic. I think it's very ill thought of. Specifically, when you are, going and saying minority Islam, you have not gone to Pakistan, and in Pakistan there are forced conversions of, Sikhs, Hindus, Christians. They've been persecuted because of their religion. Some have been killed, some have been, forcefully abducted and converted into Islam. Sikhs are not able to, hold their Gurbani. So I think when you are, that much uh, interested in, upholding justice, because that's what the Americans' dream is all about. I think you should also take that into account of, and even Baluchistan, because the kind of persecution Baluchis have just because they are in Balochistan and because they want their own state, and because people are being looted by Pakistani Punjabis and Pathans, and the same in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They've been looted by Pakistani Punjabis. So, this has to be also told to Pakistanis and to the whole media, because, Americans are dual faced. They only talk about topics that would be of some interest to them, and, they also help bad people, and because it suits their interest, they are making money out of it, right? And of course, they are threatened by India, because now India might just undergo a huge transformation and become the world's biggest economy in a few years' time. So yes, they are definitely threatened, and definitely uh, to turn that threat into an opportunity, there is a lot of business that has been set up in India. So there's some point of there's some themes that are benefiting Americans, and because we have got the brain power, we've got the land, and we've got things in a democracy wherein things cannot be copied like the Chinese. So that is quite favorable to Americans, and that is why huge amounts of investments have been made in India. It suits them, right? But on the other hand, when it comes to religion, I mean, there are so many countries with Islam, but at least we should have two countries, Nepal and India, as core centers of Sanatan Dharma. So I don't think there is an issue or a problem with that. Uh, so I think you should look into your failed foreign policy again, right? And once you are such big failures, and you've been told so many times that you're failing again and again, but you still don't get it. So I think something is wrong in the American system itself.